Welcome to the Indie Author Roadmap, the podcast for new and aspiring indie authors.
We're your hosts, Rachel and Rob, here to help guide you on your writing journey.
Join us each episode as we share tips, insights and practical advice to help you take the next steps towards becoming a successful indie author.
Whether you're working on your first book, navigating self-publishing, or looking to connect with fellow indie authors, this is the place for you.
So grab your notebook, settle in, and let's hit the road to your publishing dreams.
Because right in the end is just the beginning.
Hello and welcome to the Indie Author Roadmap. This is episode 36, and I am the amazing, awesome, fantastic, brilliant, shit at intros, Rachel. And you are.
And I'm Robert Radcliffe. It's my Sunday name.
The reluctant writer.
I'm using my Sunday name today. I'm Robert Radcliffe. Although there is an author, right? Because when I first started writing, I wanted to do Robert Radcliffe because that is my name. And some fucking author has stolen it, and they're not even that has used that as a pen name. The fucking idiot.
And they're not even called that.
No, they're not. They're called Daniel something, and they do World War II books. I've read one actually; it's pretty good. But yeah, so yeah, I don't like him nicking my name. Although sometimes you see that, don't you, for like authors with the same names. Wish I was called Stephen King.
Yeah.
I believe someone did that. He wrote books and put it under the name Stephen King, and he got a load of sales, but then really shit reviews because it was like,
you're not the real Stephen King, yeah.
Yeah, this isn't as good as the last one I read. Yeah. And we're going to be talking about, what are we talking about today, Rich?
Planning a series.
Okay. What have you been up to this week? We usually do that bit first, don't we?
Yeah, lots of house stuff, to be honest. But I have finished editing book one. That I was editing, so that's done.
Okay.
I said I was editing those 3 books. So I've done the first one, I've started on the second one. I have contracted someone to record the first 3 books.
Are you doing it 50-50 or are you paying for it?
I'm going to do the 50-50.
Yeah.
Because I've been watching Steve Aitchison and I'm like, I'm just leaving money on the table. These are my top selling books.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's going on with audio at the moment. The last 2 months, I've had the highest audio sales I've had in my history of audio.
What, with that AI version?
Oh, no, with normal thingy.
Oh, because you got some...
Just the ones that were already... Because the way Audible pays you out, you kind of get the money and then you get the remittance notice.
Right.
So I was like, why have I got this random money in my bank? What is it? I'm not one of these people that's like, oh, free money. I go and investigate it because I'm like, I don't want to spend it and I have to pay it back. Yeah. And I'd got random money in my account and I'm like, where is this from? And then the day later, I got the remittance notice from Audible, but it comes in dollars. So I was like, oh, it's that. But yeah, but I've not had... my sales have been all right, but they've not been amazing because I've only got sporadic books, but they've been the best these last couple of months. So, and then watching Steve Aitchison, I was like, I'm really leaving money on the table with these 3 books that sell every single day on Amazon. I never don't have a sale.
Yeah.
And the book one is never not my top selling book. So I was like, it was like what you said, where 20% of something is better than 0% of nothing.
Exactly. I mean, again, Steve's TikToks pop up and I'm always chatting to him and stuff on them. Kind of adding my 2 cents because he does very authory ones.
Yeah, I've been commenting on some of them, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll put a few comments in the stuff because I'm pretending that I know anything. Yeah. But one that he did the other day was like, he got, I think it was loads, like 16 grand in audio royalties. And that's for a 50-50 split. So that's 20%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So his narrator's getting that as well.
Yeah, as well.
Because I thought,
yeah,
Jesus.
And the money is there for the audio market. Like, people are busy, so they listen to audiobooks.
Yeah. And you can do the box sets of audio as well. That's just because Audible is like Kindle Unlimited, basically, isn't it? You're getting paid on the hours or minutes listened to, or they'll work it out like that, won't they?
Oh no, it works out on per borrow, on per, because the way Audible, I assume you've not got an Audible subscription as a consumer.
No.
So you spend, there's like different levels, but the basic one is you spend something like $7.99 a month and you get 1 credit, and you can spend that 1 credit on one book, and
Right.
that's your audio book. Then if you close your if you stop subscribing to Audible, you keep that book.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, and then like I have the yearly one, so I get like 24 credits, so I can buy 24 audiobooks a year. But then the um author gets the sale amount.
Right.
So yeah, so they, whatever portion of that $7.99, they get that.
Yeah. It's interesting because I mean I've looked at on Amazon different audio, because some people, the charge like 10 quid, 20 quid for an
Yeah.
audio book. So how, if it's in Audible, would that be like, it'd be separate, wouldn't it? It'd be like you, like if you're in Audible, you buy it from that segment. If you just want the audio book, you're buying it for 20 quid or whatever.
Yeah, because you can buy it different ways. You can buy the audiobook outright, but then you can buy the Whisper Sync version. You know, the one that links up to your Kindle book, so you can kind of flip between or listen at the same time.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah.
And then they have two kind of royalties on the audiobooks, and I cannot for the life of me remember what they call them. It's different programs, but yeah. But
Yeah,
then I've got audiobooks in other places. Like I put my audiobooks on that 11 Labs reader.
yeah.
I literally just put one book up, and it was the one that I've not released yet that's in my TikTok shop on my other name. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to throw it on there and see what happens. And it's not big books. I got 11 quid in 2 weeks on there. And I'm like, well, it's 11 quid I didn't have.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. I'm
Um,
looking forward to getting all mine audio. The narrator's working hard. He keeps sending me chapters. Well, putting them up on the ACX platform. I've got to, and he's sort of, it's quite nice because because it's his voice. I'm not being precious about it anymore.
yeah,
Uh, he is going to sound different to me, but that's probably a good thing. But it's sort of made it into his own character, which I'm really enjoying. So I'm sort of listening to it because it's the first ever book I've listened to as a listener.
yeah,
Even though it's my words, it's different, isn't it? I like it.
yeah.
Yeah,
When I was doing my audiobooks when they were being produced, I actually cheated, because you've got to listen to it. You do have to kind of read it at the same time as you're listening to it to make sure they've got the right words. But
yeah,
I actually used my Patreons, and I was like, "Does any of my Patreons want to listen to this and check the words, and I'll send you the book for free?" I must have had loads of them sign up.
yeah.
So I didn't have to listen to my book or spend hours, because when you're busy, it's a lot.
Yeah, I just listen to it in the evening while I'm just busy doing, like, I was designing a couple of covers the other night. I just had it in while I was
Yeah,
busy doing the donkey work bits, looking for fonts and shit like that. It doesn't require too much brain uh, movement. I was listening to it then, and then, yeah, I was enjoying it, man. I'm looking for, but I messaged him the other day and said I want to narrate the author's note that I have at the end of each one.
yeah,
And he's like, yeah, great idea. Just send it me over, and then he'll upload it. So I will get my little piece in my book.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I was thinking about the other things, well, because like you tied in for 7 years, but I'm like, that 7 years actually goes really fast, because the two books that I do have royalty shares on, they're both
yeah,
5 years in now. I've only got 2 years left.
yeah,
And then so I was thinking to myself, am I going to produce my whole series in audiobooks? When the series is finished, it'd be 6 books, and you're talking £1,500 a book. So you're
yeah,
talking at least 10 grand. Am I going to spend 10 grand on this series to put it in audio? Probably not, unless I start making millions with the book, with the series.
yeah. Well, I mean, it depends. Then that's what it is. It's sort of like a bit of a gamble. Like, if you made loads, brilliant. It was worth the investment, but you need the investment there first,
Yeah.
as opposed to doing this 50-50 split. It's costing you nothing.
No.
Yeah, you're sharing your part of the pie with someone else for 7 years, but like I said last week, 20% of nothing is better than 100% of
Mm.
everything. And also,
And
yeah, are you guaranteed to make that? Yeah, imagine that after 7 years. you just made that 10 grand back, and you're like, well, I'd have been here anyway. Actually, I'm still out of pocket, as opposed to doing 50-50 split, because I
Yeah.
would have got all those 20%. So
Yeah.
yeah, I guess it depends on how many, if you get 10,000 downloads a month, it's a different game, innit? But
Yeah. But then
yeah.
again, the person that narrates, even though they're getting 20% of the book you wrote, they're probably putting in as much work recording it as you did to write it. Because
Well, he read it. He read it, the whole thing beforehand,
yeah.
deciding if,
But the editing, like you discovered that yourself, like to edit
oh
one
yeah,
chapter's taking you 2-3 hours,
yeah,
which is the same as when you write it. So he's putting the work in.
yeah, yeah. I do like it. I do like it. And he's got like this, the main character who's the narrator. It's a northern, and it's not. He's putting on all that accent, but that's sort of like this character's quaint accent now, as
Yeah.
far as I'm concerned. And but then the two other kind of supporting characters are in the book Southerners, and he's a Southerner. So he's got the twins, but one of them's got a proper Cockney accent, and the other one's just got a Southern accent. So he's sort of produced characters in the voices for the other
Yeah.
supporting cast, which I love it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess that's his job anyway.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah. I'm all new to this, so it's a lot of fun for me. So I've got a list here of things I wanted to mention. You sort of went into narration, so I've done that bit already.
I could tell you the other bit I would go to do if you want.
So how are how's TikTok?
It's all right. I've just had such a hectic week. Do you know, if I had drama, my family would not know what to do with themselves because I have all their drama. We've got
Do you not think
kids
they'd share?
breaking.
Do you not think they'd share it because you're happy to share their drama? Do you not think it's like, come on, show?
I think I need to. Well, no, I don't. I have enough of their drama. I don't need it in my own. But
Yeah,
you've got stuff I've got to sort out with a house. I've got kids breaking up with the boyfriend, and they're not kids; they're adults, and like dealing with all that, and yeah. So it's just, there was one day last week, you know, when you get everyone's drama and you just sit there and kind of go like, shit, my brain's now screwed, and it's not even me. That was me Thursday.
this is the exact reason I built myself a shed at the bottom of the garden.
Yeah, it just took, and it went into Friday, it just took all my mental energy. So yesterday I took the day off, and I don't normally do that, but I tried to sit down to work, and I was just like, I'm just going to sit here and waste time. I'm going to take the day off, and I'm going to go and do some decorating in my house because my brain is not functioning.
Yeah. Well, I had a boo-boo last week, or this week. Yeah, last week. So, book 6 is out on the 29th. Our pre-order date was the 29th of August. So I was doing all these TikToks saying, exclusive to TikTok, yeah, it's not out on Amazon for a while. You're the guys, this is where I'm getting my readers from. Thank you very much. Here's a little thing. And then I realised, because I'd been putting up all the other the parts of the book, in the novella series, that at some point I moved it forward. So without me realising, they were all live, and I'm still there on TikTok going, exclusive to you, yay! And then someone went, actually, yeah, it's live on Amazon, dickhead. What are you doing? So, oh, fuck's sake. But then, so it was up there. So yesterday I had to spend the day uploading everything onto my TikTok shop. But it's not just one thing. It was the novel, the 4 novellas, that's 5 things, and then the 7-book bundle, and the second 3-book bundle, and the book bundle for the novella. So it's fucking loads. It spent all day doing that, going, this is an exclusive at all, is it? That's just, yeah, the joys. I think next time, with my Millionaire series, which will be the next out, I think, depending how the months fly by, it might be my Christmas novella for my Laddit series.
Yeah.
I'll just take a bit more care in when release dates and shit.
Yeah.
But never mind. It's out. People are buying it. That's the main thing, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
probably, I really need to, it's just getting the time to get my books on my TikTok shop. I think it'd be a lot easier for me if I had all my other paperbacks, but I'm trying to format them and get them on. So I've finished that first book and I've now created my template for my vellum.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I mean, that'll be a lot. Now you've got your template. I mean, it's still
Yeah,
going to
I
take
took
a
out
while.
so much crap.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, so you got your front, your back matter, and then just chapter 1. I'm guessing that you just then throw
yeah,
it.
so the front now is just like your content. It's for the paperback. It's got like a title page, but it doesn't on the ebook. Copyright, dedication, and then it's straight into the book.
Yeah, yeah.
Not got all that. If you want to sign up for this, you want to sign up for that. And I took a lot of it out of the back as well because I know when people finish reading the Kindle, now it pops up the page, doesn't it? It doesn't let them get to the back matter.
Well, what I do is as soon I never write the end. As soon as the last full stop's in place, I'll have a picture there. Say, this is the next book for your
Yeah,
read through, and then directly underneath that, it'll be a sign up one.
yeah.
And then
That's
there's
what
other,
mine's got because
yeah,
it's a serial. Soon as it's at the end of the chapter, at the end of the last sentence of the book,
yeah,
underneath it is a link for book 2.
yeah. Don't write the end. It
Yeah.
knows.
Well, no, mine actually says to be continued, so because it's a serial.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, but it does all right. But I'm this month I'm gonna venture into translating it as well.
Right. So is
Yeah.
this the first one you're gonna? Because you mentioned that was it last week, the week before?
Yeah, last week. Well, I've just had my Patreon payout for the month, so I was like, I'm gonna. They've got like it's £100 a month, but the Indie Writers Club have got a 50% voucher for your first month. So I
Is
thought
that
if I
on Shadow Scribe, Scribe Shadow?
Scribe Shadow,
Uh,
yeah. So
is
I
it?
thought,
It's a subscription, or you can buy credit. So is it a
yeah,
subscription for credit?
you buy credits and it renews every month.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And every credit is equal to a word. So for the night, it's $99 basically for the month. Gives you 250,000 credits.
Oh, that's all right, isn't it?
Yeah. So I thought I could do Jigsaw Girl,
Yeah.
because crime does really good in German, and then I'm going to do my other book that I've just edited on my other name. And I could do that because what I was thinking is if I'm editing one book a month or whatever, and they're being narrated as well,
Mm.
if I can translate one book a month and then release them.
So you can do 2 books for 80 quid
Yeah,
translation.
pretty much. But
Yeah.
if you're a member of the Indie Writers Club podcast newsletter, in one of their emails, they gave you a code for 50% off your first month. So I was
It's
like,
20 quid each.
yeah. So it
So
makes it $50, so about 40 quid. I can get
that's
2 of
20
my
quid
books
each.
translated.
Nice one.
Yeah, and I tested it because I thought before I spend this money, I'm going to test. So you can sign up for a trial, and it gives you like a chapter's worth of credits.
Yeah.
It's enough. So I got it to translate a chapter. I then got Claude to translate a chapter, and I even got ChatGPT to translate a chapter, and I gave them all back to AI and said, I've had 3 auditions for translation.
Narration. Yeah.
Who's the best one? Who should I hire? And they all picked Scribe Shadow, and they were saying things like they've changed the words so that because we have things that we say that Northerners understand, so Germans have things that Germans understand. And it was showing me where the number 1 translator, which was the Scribe Shadow, had transferred dialects and way they talk. And
Yeah, that's it. Like, because if it was translating word for word, some of it wouldn't make any sense for
no,
another. Like, just because you've got different tenses, different. Yeah, you sometimes have like a female tense, and I don't understand that.
yeah,
But I don't
they
speak
said
any other language. But
on the
yeah,
report it said that Claude had pretty much done it word for word.
yeah,
Chatty had kind of reduced my words and kind of condensed the chapter.
but did its own thing.
Yeah, so like when you put like a 3,000 word chapter in, it was coming out like 1,500 words. So it was like, yeah, but I don't know what it skipped because obviously I don't speak German.
Yeah, yeah. What are you
Um,
leaving out that the Germans wouldn't
it
want to
was,
read?
I don't know, I suppose if you describe a room, it was just they went into a room, but it's not got all your bits in it. It
So
was
chat's decided you're waffling, so it's fucking it up for you.
pretty much, yeah.
That's nice, isn't it? Yeah.
This is why AI can't write a book,
Yeah.
despite what people think. Yeah, so from playing around and just using the free trial, AI didn't know that the translations were AI. It didn't pick it up, but
Right.
it says or both of them. So I kind of went into new chats with Chat and Claude. Both of them didn't choose themselves; they chose Scribe Shadow.
But that's yeah, well, that's good.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, and I need.
but I
I'm not
thought
even.
for
I'm
well, if
not
I
even
can,
adding it to my list yet.
yeah,
Tricked
well, no,
list.
because when you play with it, you can just run it in the background. So you put the book up,
Yeah,
you just go transcribe it and you leave it and it goes off and does it. It takes some minutes. It's not like instant push button and up it pops.
yeah,
It takes some time and it gives you all the metadata as well for Amazon and all the keywords and everything. So that was good. But I thought if I can get the $100 half price and get 2 books out, it's going to have cost me by the time it is converted into pounds, it's going to be about 40 quid. So if I can do 2 books for 40 quid and put them out there, I can see what the feedback's like. If it's
yeah.
any,
I
that's my
mean,
thinking.
it's the reason that I'm not gonna jump on that just yet is it's everything else behind the scenes. For
Yeah.
instance, you need to do ads. You know,
Yeah.
it's not even about you have to do ads.
Mm.
It's not like you can just shove it up on social media because you ain't
No.
German.
No.
You know,
No.
so,
And then, but listening to people talk about their ads, apparently the ad spend in places like Germany and France aren't as expensive as they are as the
yeah,
UK and America. So I thought I might, because when I started my Facebook ads, like last year, they were starting at like £2 a day. So I thought if I just do a couple of euros a day,
yeah,
see how it goes. If I
yeah,
make a couple of euros a day back, fine, awesome.
yeah, and then just start. You can just reinvest those couple of years just as a little side thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I thought it'd be good to test it because those 2 books now, Jigsaw Girl and that other one, have all been edited by me this year and improved, hopefully.
but that means you need to. You're gonna have to have a German list as well.
Yeah. But I don't speak German, so how do you do newsletter in German? You're just
Exactly.
gonna have to
Gonna have to fucking
translate it all
sky
the
shadow
time.
that. It's gonna cost you just to do like your automation sequence in German.
Maybe you could write your newsletters for the year.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, because I mean you haven't published anything anyway, so it's not really you haven't much to talk about anyway, have you?
No. No. But it's fun to explore. Imagine most
Yeah.
German people speak English, so maybe they'll just sign up to a normal list. I don't know.
Why they're not just buying the English version then? That's very racist or something.
I don't know.
Oh, expect. What do you mean? You know, oh well, why do it? Why translate it? That's well, most of them speak English anyway. Why even bother translating them?
Because it's better, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you know what would be fun? Translating to Japanese.
Oh God,
Oh,
you've not even got a chance of recognizing a word.
yeah. Or Greek or something like that, where it's
Yeah.
completely different alphabet. Right. That's 25 minutes of waffle.
Yeah, but
Oh.
it wasn't chaotic waffle like usual, so I actually had a point for a change.
Do you know what? Well, while we're waffling, do you know what? I've had a really. I texted Adam yesterday because
Yeah.
I bought all these books last week in preparation for checking out coming out. So I bought the
Mhm.
whole series, loads. I think I've got 10 each of each book. So it's cost me loads, and uh, and I haven't had a single sale. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? So I texted Adam. I did a big like how much I'm buying for, how much I'm selling them for, and my profit, and sent that to Adam. And they said, like, am I missing something here? Because I've not had a single sale on my TikTok shop for over a week now. And you can see how many people visit the shop. And I had a TikTok that did all right, 30,000 last week. And I've got like 1,200 people who visited the shop, one fucking sale.
Yeah.
And I know who that person is as well. It was another author, Adrian Cousins. So it wasn't from, you know, organic kind of advertising.
Yeah.
And I said, "Am I missing? Like, am I pricing myself out of the market here or what?" And he said, "No, mate. You just have to be consistent. You just have to keep doing what you're doing. Just singing that tune as usual." Because I haven't been as consistent the last few weeks while I've been editing and stuff. And then this morning, I've sold 2 3-book bundles, a meat market, and the race. So something's happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm back on track. It's weird because I think like it's always when I've commented, someone said, "Where can I buy these?" And I say,
Yeah.
"If you like Dead Tree version, yeah, it comes signed, or for digital, just follow the link in my bio and it'll tell you blah 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 blah." It's through my actual engagement like that I seem to make sales as opposed
Yeah.
to people seeing it and going, "Oh, look on TikTok Shop."
So what ratio do you do of TikTok videos for the shop versus just you videos?
I haven't done any for a while. I haven't done any visit my TikTok shop ones for a couple of weeks. So, that might be why I'm not getting any fucking sales, dickhead. And then yesterday I did one, and then today I've done a couple. Today I've done a few videos of me packing them with my little helpers and stuff. Yeah, so that might be a thing, eh? If you
Yeah,
advertise the thing,
you
people
might.
will buy the thing.
Yeah. As Adam once says to me, if you're not advertising, how does anyone know it's there?
Yeah, exactly. Aye. So
Did you
today,
decide on your website? Are you staying with Wix or are you Shopifying?
right? So yeah, I was all about the new shiny Shopify thing when I last mentioned it, and
Did we
then
mention it on here or was it just a chat? Because
yeah,
maybe.
no, I did, yeah, and then I went on Shopify, and I just couldn't be asked learning a new fucking platform, and there's just so many bits everywhere and all the rest of it, and I'm not spending a, a day going through YouTube videos for it to sort of show me things. So I went on Wix and I'm developing my store there. It's got, from the last time that I looked, it's updated. It has to update if it wants to stay in the game. It has to
Yeah,
look at what Shopify is doing, which is the biggest one, and kind of, do its own thing. So yeah, I'm slowly building my Wix store now, which is a lot more. It's better for me anyway because I'm familiar with the platform.
yeah. Yeah, but you can tailor it to look better because there was some author's site I was looking at the books. I was like, this looks like a Shopify site, and because you're nosy, and I scrolled down, it was. So I think they definitely, and I think you'd messaged me about it. Maybe that they all kind of look the same.
Yeah, there's not much. There's not much customization.
Yeah,
Uh, there is a bit, but there's not that much because that's not what it's about. It's about being a store. It's not being about a or singing or dancing website, which Wix is brilliant for. You can, if you can imagine it, you can put it there. Whereas the Shopify store is a lot more boxy,
yeah,
and you can't customize as much as you want to, and I like that. I have an idea and I want to put it there. I used to have
yeah,
a WordPress. Nick Stevenson years ago started his own author cats websites for authors, and it's on WordPress, and I jumped on that, and it just didn't do what it wanted me to do because it was very boxy, and I'm like, well, I don't want
yeah.
that there. I want that there. That's no, it doesn't work like that because on WordPress. I'm like, I want a refund then, please. And then that's when I found Wix, and I could
But,
do what I want. Yeah.
yeah. See, if I hadn't accidentally lost all the data to my site, I would still have used my WordPress because I bought the template, so it was very um
For you.
yeah, it was what I wanted. It wasn't just one of their themes. It was, and then I'd spent like a week watching YouTube videos on
Yeah.
learning how to for this specific theme that I'd bought. But
Yeah.
yeah, but I'd actually
One thing I
paid.
don't like about WordPress is you do a thing or you're changing a thing, you then have to go back out and then go view to see if it's there, as opposed to Wix is the ultimate drag and drop editor.
Yeah,
It's literally where it's going to be. The only difference being you then once you've built your desktop website, you then have to mosey on over to the mobile version because it's sort of put things where it thinks they'll go. because it's not going to be an exact replica because mobile is different to desktop. That's the only downside sometimes because you've got it
Yeah.
looking beautiful on your desktop, and then you go over and like, well, what the fuck? Why is that button there? And
Yeah.
you have to move everything about. But other than that, yeah, I'm still championing Wix.
Yeah. I'm still learning Wix. I've got half of my front page done, which I did show you.
Yeah. Where'd you get that thing? I texted you earlier.
I
Where'd you get?
made it
How?
with just it's the bit with all my covers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use Canva
Canva.
basically,
So that's
and
what it was.
and then I
Because
just
you've got it. Adam's got it on his.
oh, was
Ruby
it?
Rowe. Ruby Rowe's got it on her, with the
Really?
different. Yeah, yeah.
I
So it's
literally just
Canva. I
I
thought it was
literally
some sort of,
it wasn't a template. Literally went onto Canva and do you ever use Canva?
no,
Well, they have like all the
mock-ups.
sizes for different things. So I selected the Facebook cover because it was the right shape for what I wanted, and then I put all my book covers, lined them up, and then I selected them all and I just rotated them. You can probably do it in Photoshop.
Yeah, well,
As
I
lo-
guess I could, yeah, but it's just the thing because, yeah,
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 I
I've done
put
it.
them all in squared, lined up.
Oh, so you did. So it wasn't like add
No, it's
these
not a
and then it
template.
does it
No, I
itself.
don't know if they did the same as me, but I literally got all my book covers and I put them in, lined them up, got them all exactly the same size, straight, and then selected every single thing and just used the rotate button and twisted it.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah,
Because I want that for my TikTok shop because you've got a bit where you can do a
yeah,
header, and then I want it
yeah,
from my store and on my website.
yeah.
It's
But you should
it's
be able to
cool.
do Photoshop.
Yeah, because they're all bright colours as well. It looks
Yeah,
quite nice. Yeah. Right, yeah, I'll do that in Photoshop then.
yeah.
Uh, so, 32 minutes. What are we going to actually talk about today?
Well, I had the idea of talking about planning a series, like what you do when you're planning a series.
Okay.
This is where Beth had nothing to talk about.
So, it's when you say planning a series, I don't know what you mean. Because I've sort of stumbled into writing in series, having written every single one of my books as a standalone book, near
Yeah.
enough.
So
So
have you never planned that I'm going to write this and this is going to be a series of books? It's
I am
almost,
doing now. I am doing
yeah.
now. Yeah, definitely.
So if you
But
say you started a new book tomorrow,
yeah,
would you be planning it to be a series, or would you be just like, I'm just going to see where it goes?
no, I'm 100% behind series. Is
Or what
just
would you do if you're like, I've got this amazing book idea, it's fantastic. How would you then decide I'm going to put this in a series? What would
right.
you?
Okay, because I am doing it. I want to write a time travel adventure one story called Timekeepers, or that might be the series name or whatever. So I've started writing book one, and I know it's going to be a series. This
Yep.
is just having this is Jason Ayres this thinking, oh
There's no
yeah,
surprise that you're going to write a time travel book with the amount you like and talk about time travel books.
fucking love it, man, fucking love
Yeah.
it. But yeah, so and I've already got in my head sort of like two sentences of book 2, 3, and 4 already, and I haven't even finished book 1.
Yeah.
So and I haven't written it down. It's just in my head.
Yeah.
So if I have a stroke, they're lost forever. I have a bang my
Yeah.
head or whatever. I haven't written it down, but yeah, that's how I mean, yeah. You tell me how do you
Well, no,
do it?
I'll ask you. So, like, you're going to write these time travel series books,
Yeah,
it's going to be a series. Do you then decide if it's going to be the same characters throughout? Like, because there's so many different ways of doing series, isn't there? There's a series you see on Netflix where they have like Monster of the Week or Story of the Week.
yeah,
And then you have the one where it's just one story split across several episodes. Or then you have like your Ladlit series is just standalone
yeah,
books.
with the same
What
characters. Yeah,
and some of them don't have the same characters, do they? Like I read Sherilyn Kenyon and it's like a 32 book series, but every book is different characters.
No, with the Ladlet series, it's four friends, and
Yeah,
each book, different depending who I want to do, is one of those friends narrating.
yeah.
It's always us four friends. Uh, but yeah,
So
well,
how would
this
you
go on.
decide what you're gonna do? How would you decide what you're gonna do? Like for this time travel one, how would you decide how it's gonna be? Is it gonna be standalones? Is it gonna be one story across several books?
No, they're going to be about 60,000 words long, and not going to be long. They're going to be quick, because we've established that
Quick books work, yeah.
quick books are quicker to write. Weird, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Uh, yeah,
They're
it's
good for
gonna,
the current market.
eh?
They're good for the current market is what we've discovered.
Yeah, there's going to be about 60,000 words, and it's going to, each book is going to be an episode. No, I don't know, because it'd be a sort of the be their own standalone thing, but then there be an overarching arch not arc.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's you would have had to. Ah, no, because I'd introduce them again at the beginning of the second one. No, you would have had to read. You'd have to read them in order. So it'd
Yeah.
be that wouldn't be episodic, would it? Episodic's when you can pick anyone up. Is it?
Yeah. No, episodic is where it follows, I think. Because like you've got, I always find it's easier to do the examples on TV and films. Like you've got the
Yeah,
Marvel universe, the main Marvel universe, haven't you? And they're all standalone films, but you do really need to watch them in the order
yeah,
to understand for when they get to like the kill Thanos at the end.
yeah.
But you get ones like CSI, which is a series, but you can pop in and out of any of those.
Yeah, like James Bond. It's a
Yeah,
series of films, but it's all its own thing. I mean,
yeah,
I've read all of them as well, and it's just this is a book. So that is, I guess, very much like my Ladlit series, where it's the same character or characters, but it's its own thing. It's
yeah.
standalone
There's
series, isn't
some
it?
bits, I suppose, that would be lost on you, but it doesn't spoil the story.
Yeah, yeah. It's like Simpsons, isn't it? They're just forever stuck in there, and this
Yeah,
is the thing. That
yeah. So
one.
did you specifically sit down and go, no, this is how I'm going to do it. It's going to be a series that you have to read through, or is that just how the story came to you?
This one that I'm going to be writing soon.
Yeah,
It's just the way it will be, just because it's about a young guy who realizes he's got this time traveling destiny, and he's going to be up and down through the ages. But obviously, and it's uh, to be able to follow it along, you need to have read the first one. That's
yeah.
just sort of how I've decided I'm going to do this. Otherwise, yeah, I'm going to
So
stick with that.
do you plan every book? Like, you don't really plan, do you? You're kind of a pantser.
No.
Yeah, but we even pantsers have a loose plan in their head, even if it's not written down and with cards and post-its everywhere. We know where we're going, even
Yeah,
if we don't know how we're getting there.
yeah.
So did you have you kind of like got a map
No.
of this book's gonna like book one's gonna be about this thing, book two's
Yeah.
gonna be about this thing, and book three's gonna be about that thing.
Yeah,
Do you?
yeah. So book one, basically, 17-year-old in uni, and he's taking, I think, a history class or something, and one of the tutor asks the question, "What would you do if you could travel through time?" And everyone
Yep.
goes, "Oh, I go back and kill Hitler," because that's just the obvious answer. And they ask him, and he says, "I won't do anything because you could make it a hell of a lot worse. You know, the Russians would have if you killed Hitler, would Russia have taken over in this kind of like this analytical thinking of it all?" And then he gets invited to a sorority? No, not sorority.
Have girls.
No, yeah, no, faculty, a
Yeah.
faculty thing. Uh, and he meets this other old guy who then drops on, and he has like a little conversation with this old professor, and basically says, "I've got a little side thing for you to do. Go and find out who Mia Sands is, I think, blah blah blah." So he goes on a mission investigating, find out who this person is. It turns out it's this woman who was committed to a mental asylum back in the 70s, who has the same, and there's a video of her being interviewed, and she's going absolutely mental, going, find Jack Sands, find Jack Sands. He's called Jack Sands. And it
Right.
turns out that that woman in the 70s is his daughter. And he's like,
Right.
what the
Okay.
fuck? Uh,
That's really cool.
so then
That.
he has to figure out, because she's like, because she knows that he's a time traveler and that. This is the first instance. And he's trying to figure out how to save this woman from because she's mental, obviously.
Yeah.
Because she's somehow travelled through time, has got stuck in the 70s, and they're going, yeah, get in that asylum, love. Yeah, whatever. Go on, shoo. And now he's in present day, and he's like, how? What's going on? The method of time travel is basically wormholes. So you're
Yeah.
walking down the street, and this wormhole happens to be there. They can be there for any amount of time. You can't see them. You'd be walking down the street and you're walking, you wouldn't even know, and then all of a sudden you could be back in time. But
Right.
they all so
On the
say
same street.
yeah, it'd just be completely you're not going through space, just through time.
Yeah.
And they could be open for like say it's open for a year, he goes through that, he's back a year. But if you go through it that way, you forward a year. And
Yeah.
it's been great because they can be anywhere in the universe, these wormholes, and I've come up with like the laws of it and all the rest of it, and then I've been researching people that have gone missing in like the Amazon rainforest and stuff like that. Well, they went through a wormhole and they're in the
Right.
future
Yeah.
now. That's why they never came back. Amelia Earhart, that
Earhart. Yeah.
famous.
The
Yeah,
what? The
there
plane.
was one in yeah, it was a
Bermuda
wormhole.
Triangle. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been great researching bits of real stuff that I could put into it and just kind of getting the ideas behind it in book one. In book two, he meets his older self and stuff, and then when he's about to die, the older version of him is about, he's had his time traveling life and he's passing on this thing that plants nanotechnology, plants on his arm, and through it he can see where all the wormholes are around the world and where they're going and what they're doing. And then the
Right.
second one, he's chasing someone through time and space with this
No.
thing. So you need the first one to get to the second one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited about this
It
series.
sounds
And
really
now that,
cool. I don't
yeah,
even read time travel, and I'm like, I would read that.
yeah, yeah. And now that I've said it and this is going out on Wednesday, in a few months' time, if fucking books turn up with those plot points, you
No,
you
because we've got
fucking
a
nixed
date
my
time.
idea. You can't.
We've we've got a date time. We've got this timestamp that you thought of it first.
Yeah. Well, hang on. Let me. Right. I'm going to do something.
Are we going to say what the real date is?
No, I'm going to go C. Right. So when I edit now, there's going to be a little C there. That's
Copyright. Yeah.
copyrighted.
Yeah.
Fucking thieving
So
bastard.
so you've got, and that's all in your head, like you've done the research and all that stuff. Yeah. Would you plan anything else out for your series now? Like, do you know how many books you want it to be? Do you like
10.
do you want it to be
I want
10?
to. I want it to be a long-standing series, but what I'll always leave myself open to ideas, and that's one of the reasons that I'm a pantser. Just
Yeah.
because I feel restricted if I edit too much.
You go with the
Obviously,
flow, yeah.
during writing a book, obviously, as I'm writing, I'm thinking ahead and plotting it as I go. But to have to plot out, even just to plot out a whole book, all of a sudden I'm not interested in that book anymore.
No,
Just
because you've kind of
it's
spoilt it
boring
already.
already. Yeah,
Yeah.
and also especially writing the Ladlit ones, the the comedy gold comes when I'm not thinking, and
Yeah.
I'm just writing. And to try and be funny, it's fucking nah. It just turns shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it
I
has
get
to.
that.
I really do rely upon Mr. Muse whispering in my ear while I'm on the keyboard.
So do you plan anything else with your series before you start writing it? Like, would you plan the characters out?
No.
No, you just do enough research to get your idea going.
Well, with this, I mean, the character, it doesn't. it's called Jack Sands. It doesn't matter really about the character. It's more, and I'm focusing more on the mechanics of the time travel because I want it to be as it's not fantasy. It could happen,
Yeah,
very
yeah,
very stuck in real life, and also the mechanics of the story, as in how the fuck's he going to get back there to do this, to do that. The actual character development is secondary to that
yeah.
because
But
it's
it
more.
sounds like it'll come naturally as
Yeah,
you're
but
at.
it's more plot driven as opposed to
Yeah,
character driven. You
yeah,
know?
because it says he discovers more, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
We'll have to call this episode "The Pantser's Guide to Writing a Series."
Yeah. Uh, but it's
'Cause
weird though, 'cause, I mean, once, because like in my Divine series, or you could just call it Rob Radcliffe's interview on, because I'm not letting you speak now.
no,
In my Divine series, I wrote, once I'd written the first three, I then planned in my head up to book 8.
yeah,
So I know where I'm going, kind of thing. But it takes about three or four novels to kind of, if I'm going to, you know, continue the series, what I want to happen, because there then has to be this overarching idea. Otherwise,
yeah,
it's not a series, is it?
no, no. And I do it like you. Mine's total pants. I'll get an idea for a story, and I'm like, I can see the next book, and I can see the next book. But I don't sit down and plan it.
Yeah.
I've seen people on YouTube, and they've got like walls with post-it notes and charts, and I'm like, no, I'll,
Yeah,
I, and
yeah,
I don't
you
even
make me
plan
feel
the end of
sick.
my book. No, well, it's like I've got a serial, which is basic 6 books, but it's like one story through the 6 books. But I don't even plan when the first book finishes. It's just a feeling that the book's over.
Okay, fuck off. I'm done now.
Do you know the feeling though? You know when you've come to the end. Do you don't
Yeah.
get that when you're writing and you're like, this is the end of the story. This story.
Yeah, I mean, with Meat Market, I didn't have an end for it, and
No.
I still don't like that end, and it was a very tacked on end.
Yeah.
But with the others, yeah, there's been a natural end to them, and you can sort of know how many chapters or at least how many tens of thousands of words it's going to be, where
Yeah.
that's going to end up, can't you? After, I
Yeah.
guess once you're quite experienced with the scribbling, you can envision that.
Yeah. I
So
tried plotting a series earlier this year, that one I was messing with, on my millions of works in progress, but I just got it felt too chaotic more than if I'd just pantsed it, if that makes sense.
yeah, because you've got all
Because I was
these.
trying to answer every single question.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and also if if you just like writing, say you're on book 2 and you know this is going to be a 10-book series because you have these ideas for the books, to then go and plot it all, you should be writing the book 2, and you should
Yeah.
be putting all that brain power into making this the best book 2 of the series, and then and also like, what if you wanted one of those ideas for book 8? That's now in book 8, you know.
Yeah.
And then halfway through book 2, you think, "Oh, I could have used that and put it in. Oh, but it's in book 8 now."
Yeah.
You kind of, yeah. That's why I don't and never plot.
No.
As no,
And that was the interview with Rob Radcliffe.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Talking of time travel, have you watched The Man in the High Castle?
yeah. Well, I started it. I quite enjoyed it. It's the alternative thing,
Well, you
isn't it?
don't realise that they can travel between the universes until later.
Well, no, I haven't watched that many of them.
No, it's
I
really
didn't.
good. So if you get a chance, go and pick it back up because that's what your thing reminded me of. Because it's
Yeah,
the whole premise is that the Germans won the war and they discover that there's alternate universes. So it's not
yeah.
time
But
travel, is it?
isn't it like on, in the because I only watched like the first or second video episode. It's like a video of
Yeah,
our universe, and they're like,
yeah. So
yeah,
it's not time travel; it's alternate universes.
yeah.
And she finds the tape of the what really happened
Well, in our universe, yeah.
in our universe. Yeah, but then they discover how to travel between the universes.
Oh,
So I thought you
that's
might like it when you get into
yeah.
that. But they can
I
only
know.
yeah, And they've got the mechanic. I won't say the mechanics actually because it's quite spoilery of how, but they can travel.
Yeah.
So you've got oh my God, what's the actor called? Rufus Sewell is the main Gestapo guy,
Yeah,
and he
I watched a couple of them, 2 or 3 episodes, but then, you kind of leave things, don't you, and stuff.
yeah, well, it's a weird slow one, and I think if you stick with it, then it like all comes together.
Yeah, it's on Prime, innit?
Yeah, I watched
Yeah,
it, but I
yeah,
watched it all. But yeah, it's but when they start traveling between the universes, it's good.
yeah. I mean, one of the things that did excite me about this idea for these timekeepers thing is the research that I did into people who disappeared, and then that's
Yeah,
sort of where the mechanics, and that's what excites me, like the science-ish pseudoscience behind it. And then I run it by my brother, and he goes mental with it and comes back with a whole idea behind things and how it can work, and just so you never get a review going, this would never work, you
yeah.
know.
That's why you've got to cover it all, don't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Is it Time Cop where they have the
Uh,
they can't meet each other because same matter can't occupy same
Oh,
space or
I
something.
used to love that film, and I
I
watched
used
it
to love
not
that film.
Jean-Claude Van Damme, and I
Yeah,
watched it not long ago, and it's just the biggest cheese fest as it is. I mean,
it's,
early
it was
90s, isn't it?
it was good at the time. It was a great movie though at the time.
Yeah. There was also what was it called now? It was a series, and it had uh, Simon Wicks from EastEnders in it,
Right.
and
Yeah.
Christine. It was a time travel one. Loved it. It was a room that you could travel
Right.
through time in. Fuck was it called now? It was, and they were cops, and they were like figuring things out. And the end, I need to find out now.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, it was a series. It was a BBC series or something.
Yeah.
Uh,
See, I grew up watching Quantum Leap. I loved that show.
yeah, I love Quantum Loop. Crime Traveller, it was called.
Crime Traveler. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
with Michael
sounds
French.
vaguely familiar. Simon Wicks. I'm sure I must have
Yeah,
watched it.
actor Michael French is a science fiction crime drama. A detective uses time travel to solve cases. And it's a bit Life on Mars, I guess,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was. I mean, it was fluff, but it was fun. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love time travel shit. Have I mentioned it that I like time travel stuff?
Maybe.
I actually, I was chatting to someone on TikTok earlier. An author was saying, "Oh, what do you write?" And I said, "Oh, I write rom-coms from the guy's point of view, but I also do like sci-fi fantasy." And they said, "Oh, what kind?" And I said, if Back to the Future and Highlander had a baby and used an X-Men as its surrogate, the Divine Chronicles would pop out." And
Yeah.
he's like, "That's amazing." I'm like, "That does sound amazing. I'm gonna have to use it on my TikToks." If we've got anything to add, because come on, your turn. Talk about your
Well, no, because
series,
I literally do the same as you, so that's why I was asking you the questions.
but the listeners don't know that.
I've
You
literally
can't
just
just
said
go,
that.
"Yeah, me too," in your head
I do
when we're doing
exactly the
this.
same as you. Yeah, I don't plan my series is 20 odd books long. I didn't plan it to be 20 odd books long.
How did you plan it?
I didn't. I just went with it. That's why it was a mess.
Was it one of those where you wrote the first book and people were like, "Where's the sequel? I love
No,
it."
I knew I
And then,
wanted it to be a series, but I didn't even have any idea of how long a series it was going to be. So this was like my first book, so there was no idea to it at all.
yeah, just
It was just
writing.
write the story. Yeah, I was I was reading a series that was not similar, but kind of similar, same genre. And I liked that she had this 10-book series and you just follow the characters through it. So I liked that idea and I was like, this is what I want to do. But I didn't do it with any plan. I wrote book one and it was going to be like, I'll see where it takes me. So yeah, it
So it
was.
wasn't reading. Have you ever like, because you've got a few series out, have you ever like, you start with book one, just seeing where it's going to go, and then it's the readers that say, "I need a sequel," because I always get that, and that's why I have series. Is
See, I've got one standalone book where the readers have wanted a sequel to it. But the character dies at the end. and so they wanted the sequel to be with the sibling, and I'm like, it would just be boring, so I'm not doing it.
Right.
You know when you get a bad sequel that they shouldn't have bothered with, because it, like The Matrix,
Yeah, yeah.
they just left it at one
'Cause
film. It was great.
when I wrote Meat Market, standalone, obviously, and people were saying, I really want a sequel.
Yeah,
And I was busy writing Barman, which was going to be another standalone. And then I was like, I just don't have, I was telling these readers who were emailing me and stuff saying, I don't have a sequel for it. I did that, Meat Market is its own thing. And they said, "Oh yeah, but what about this?" And I'm like, "I'm not going to listen because that's then your sequel, fan fiction it if you like it."
yeah,
But then I started thinking then because they're always going, "Where's the sequel? Where's the sequel?" And the only way I could do it was to do the book from the other guy's point of view, so the
yeah,
same timeline. And I think about 4 of the chapters. I cheat, and that's how I started writing it. The fact that I had 4 chapters that I could use to and just flip it from the others with the same dialogue and everything. Proper cheated on those chapters, but then that sort of developed that the other character, and then I started
yeah.
writing, and then it did become its own thing. And some people prefer that one to the first one now, which is a bit. That's nice, isn't it? That you've done better when you didn't even have a clue what you were going to do.
Maybe it did better because it's like a redraft of the first one.
Yeah, yeah. Well, 4 chapters. Yeah, yeah. How's the Christmas preparations coming along for the Christmas
I'm
day?
not. I've had an email off Slug and Lettuce, which I haven't opened, which I need to open and do. But it definitely looks like the 15th is going to be the date. But I still need to go and ask if I can share it around the bigger groups and get
Yeah.
interest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, but big exciting. Bloody hotel rooms are so expensive. It would be cheaper to get a taxi home to my home than it would be to stay in a hotel.
Yeah, Tony was saying that.
Yeah.
He texted me the other day, and just get a taxi, just get an Uber then home.
Yeah, but it's like an hour when you're pissed.
Yeah, so it's an hour of sleep in the car, and then you'll wake up.
Well, I'll look up staying somewhere. Even if it's just travelers, you're just sleeping somewhere, aren't you? So it doesn't need to be expensive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'll even look at an Airbnb because I like the whole going away, stay away for a night kind of thing.
Okay. Okay. Anything outside to series? Is?
No, not really, because we're both pantsers, so we don't do anything really.
And if you're writing a series and you're a plotter, good job. You're doing
Uh,
well.
Actually, no, I do have a question about a series. If you were say you write your time travel series and you get to book
Yeah.
3 and you know the idea for book
Yeah.
4, but your books aren't selling, would you continue your series?
I write for me
Yeah. So
always.
yeah, same. I would just continue.
Yeah. No, I write for me.
Yeah.
Uh, if people don't, if it's not selling, it's because I'm not marketing it hard enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always. Oh, I mean, like I'm going back on what I just said, like regarding writing Escorting Eric as a sequel to.
Yeah.
But
But you
once I
wouldn't
got
have
into it,
written
I
it.
was writing for me.
Yeah. But you wouldn't have written the sequel if
Yeah,
you hadn't have got into it yourself.
yeah. I mean, yeah. After it was more like having that idea of flipping it on its head and having that same timeline, which was the structure for the book. It was already there, ready for me, which was nice. And then after thinking about it for 6 months or so in my head, I was thinking, actually, it'd be quite fun to do it from that person's point of view. And since then, I've written another 3 books from that character's point of view.
Yeah.
So it was a good thing to do. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, I write my books for me before any fucker. It's me that's doing it. If I ain't
Yeah.
enjoying it, then what's the point?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, are we done now? Because we're at yeah point.
Right, that's usually what I say. Right, come on, fuck it, are we done now? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Because we're
Yeah.
both just going, yeah.
So it's been emotional as always. Until
Yeah.
next time, Rach. What we're doing next week, don't know. I don't even know why I asked it anymore.
We didn't know what we were doing
But
until an hour ago.
Yeah, so we didn't even know what we were going to be doing an hour and a half ago. So yeah, silly question, Rob. Okay, it's been lovely to speak to you as always, Rachel.
And
In a
you.
bit.
See you later.
Bye.